11 Sports and For the Fans welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Welcome to South Carolina. Charleston is the host for tonight's matchup. Week 12 action in the Week 11 action in the Simulation Football League. I am your play-by-play analyst, Stephen Hacker, along with Gerald Giudicetti, the color commentator. Out in the stats truck is Ike McBride and Zach Poldorf. Got an exciting matchup slated here tonight. The 4-6 Charleston Predators hosting the 6-4 Florida Storm. Interesting matchup. Florida has gotten hot here recently, winning 3 games. And in that span, they have 81 points for and 26 points against. So really playing lights out. Charleston at home going to have to bring the heat and slow down this Florida offense. Gerald, do you have any key points for today's matchup?
Well, the key point for today's matchup is Charleston needs to get a huge win here to keep their playoff hopes alive. And Florida's sitting really good at 6-4, like you said, playing well over the last 3 games. They need to continue the streak to maybe move up into one of those top 4 seeds.
Positioning for playoffs is becoming very, very tight, and these wins here late in the season matter, especially with the group of teams together. Great Saturday for football down at midfield waiting for the coin toss. Florida has won. They're going to elect to kick here. Charleston set to receive. Charleston wearing the red uniforms with black numbers. Florida is in the white uniforms with the blue numbers. Ball is getting ready to be set on the tee. Kicker Ethan Sneed getting ready to set this one up. 2-season player for Florida. Checks the line, hand is in the air, and we are ready to go for action. Good kick, fielded in the end zone about 3 yards deep. Returner brings it out and is going to get to the 19-yard line. That's where we're going to get our first glimpse of this Charleston offense. Spearheaded by quarterback TD Drew, running back Keith Swearingen, wide receivers Keith McCarroll, Buchanan Simons, tight ends Lyric Da Vinci, Jay Taylor, and they have tackles Fred Dukes and Butch Minner. Drew is going to take his first snap from under center, 2 tight ends to his right. Swearingen, the lone back. 5-step draw for Drew, fires to over the middle, looking for a tight end, falls incomplete.
A great play there by the free safety, Ryan Tobin here, bringing up a 2nd and 10.
And the Florida defense, we have Alex Dominguez, Alessandro Tomaello at defensive end, Raymond Jones III at defensive tackle, linebacker John Nevels and Eric Hammer, Ryan Davidson, Evan Carroll, and Adam Jones are the cornerbacks, Ryan Tobin and Andrew Francis are the safety. Drew under center again, this time hands off to Swearingen, hesitates as he fights forward for 4 yards.
Georgia putting his head down there. Great tackle by Adam Jones. The offensive line that Claude Luge and center Deontay Stonewall has been a real force here.
And on a 3rd and 6 for the Predators. Twins receivers to the left side for TD Drew. Florida only brings 4. No pressure by the defensive backs. Everybody was deep, and Drew is able to dump it off for a 5-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Yeah, and I had the wrong offensive lineman there. It was Fred Dukes and Butch Minner there. TD Drew, a 4-year vet there, showing his poise in the pocket, getting a first down.
Definitely trying to pick up some momentum here on this first drive of the ball game. 4 wide receivers spread out for the Predators. Florida looks like they're in the dime. Slants ran, and nice spin move as the receiver picks up a first down after the nice spin move.
Great pitch and catch there. Great catch there by Jay Taylor, a 2nd-year player. 6'5", 250. A great big target for TD Drew.
Another first down for Charleston. And the handoff this time, left side blown up in the backfield. Nice play by the defensive end, Alex. That's linebacker Eric Hammer making the play.
Eric Hammer coming up, making a huge stop there. See what happens here on 2nd and long.
Charleston really likes to use the running game, but if they're in these 2nd and long situations like this, Drew is going to have to throw and make it a 3rd and manageable. Nice throw over the top, deflected away by the Florida Storm defense. Ryan Davidson there to knock it down.
And everything was a great play, bring up a 3rd and long. Edie Drew having a pretty decent season, averaging getting 73% of his passes completed here, coming in with 12 touchdowns and 16 picks. So let's see what they can draw up here on 3rd and 13.
Offset in the backfield is Swearingen all alone. Drew under center. Pretty balanced formation. Takes a deep shot down the left side. Well covered, and as he was trying to make the catch, Kim Nicaro was hit, and it's an incompletion, and it's 4th down for the Predators.
Coming up with a big stop there was the Florida Storm defense here coming up and going to leave a punt for Charleston.
Charleston's going to look to build on that on their next offensive possession. I think they had something going, just kind of stalled out there. Charleston has a really, really good defense, but Florida playing lights out the last couple of weeks has really kind of looked like they figured things out. So Charleston's defense is going to need to make a stand here and kind of cool off this Florida Storm offense. As the returner spins up, gets to the 26-yard line, and that's where we're going to see Florida's first try at offense. Florida's going to be spearheaded by quarterback Ron Cochran. They have running back J.W. Doyle, wide receivers Stephen Bush, Jeff Como, E.J. Minson, and Optimus Klein. They have tight end Verdon Zarkov, center Dante Stoneville, and Claude Luge. Our first look at Florida, Cochran's in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers bunched to the right, Doyle to his right. Low snap, and Cochran moves to the right and is sacked, a 6-yard loss. Great pressure by Charleston on the first play.
Yes, definitely great play. G. Baker there with a big tackle. 98th overall pick, 5th pick overall in the 6th round. 6'5", 80-pound defensive end, working that right tackle and then getting the sack.
Not the way you want to start your first drive. The Cochran's under center. Back to throw, the lefty fires to the right side, jumps up and makes a nice catch, gets the first down out to the Florida 28-yard line. That's Optimus Klein able to haul that one in.
If you're ever in trouble, go to your safety valve, Optimus Klein. Big target there, 6'4", 225, an 8-season vet, all with the Florida Storm. Has a good rapport with Cochran, who's been there for 7 of his 8.
Yeah, you can build that kind of relationship with your receiver year in and year out. You just kind of don't even have to look at him when you're throwing it. Under center one more time, Cochran back to throw. Looks over the middle, open receiver is caught and out to the Charleston 45-yard line past midfield.
Well, Charleston looks like they're only rushing 3 on Cochran. You can't give Ron Cochran that much time. He'll eat you alive with these wide receivers that he has at his disposal.
Just past midfield, Cochran now in the shotgun. Doyle sidecar left. Play action fake, looks to the left side, out routes there. Optimus Klein catches it and runs out of bounds after a 6-yard gain.
I like what the Florida Storm's doing right now. Just throwing the ball like a little West Coast offense, just little short passes here, 5 here, 10 here. Not running the ball a lot, so we'll see if halfback J.W. Doyle can get involved in the game. But right now, Cochran's arm is red hot.
Under center, Cochran, quick drop, moves to the right, throws over the middle, caught, and another first down for Florida. And they made quick work of this field down to the Charleston 28-yard line.
Nice little Tim Tebow jump throw there by Ryan Cochran. Ron Cochran right here, just has a little bit of a lob. Great catch there by rookie Verdon Zarkov. San Jose from the SFLM. There's a ton of players from the SFLM here in this game, so great catch there by the rookie.
Single back set for Florida. Cochran back to throw again to the left side out route. Optimus Line is there and just short of the first down. Runs out of bounds now with 35 yards on 3 catches.
Then Cochran standing tall in the pocket gets hit as he threw, but still had enough zip on it to get the Optimus Line to bring up a second and very short, just inside the red zone of Charleston.
Let's get to know this Charleston defense. Defensive ends Dick Baker and Jeff Hollywood. Joseph Sabolka is the defensive tackle. Jack Hoffman, Jack Brown, and Tommy Zanardi are your linebackers. Ron Cochran takes a quick snap, fires to the right side. Corner route is thrown and caught for a touchdown. Ron Cochran delivers an absolute dime and has the Florida Storm offense rolling early.
Hey, look at that camera work. Great camera work and great throw there. So I believe it was Verdun Zarikov on that touchdown pass. And right down the field, this Florida offense still rolling with points here. 69 points their last 2 games offensively. Not stopping them right now.
Definitely look like they're the hottest team going into the playoffs. And Florida comes out and strikes early, takes a 6-0 lead, pending the extra point. Ethan Sneed, the kicker, snap was a little wild, but corralled and up and in. Florida takes a 7-0 lead, and that's going to lead us to our first break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and For the Fan. And we're back in Charleston, South Carolina, Fort Moultrie Stadium, home of the Charleston Predators. And Ron Cochran on that drive, perfect 6 for 6 for 79 yards, and the passing touchdown to Optimus Line to cap it off. Then Snead kicks it away, another nice kick, fielded about 3 yards deep in the end zone. Dulake is going to return this one out again to the Charleston 19-yard line. Florida has owned this meeting. 2 previous matchups, and Florida is 2-0. Florida has been the home team the previous 2 matchups. The last time they met up was season 14. Their initial matchup was in season 12, where Florida was known as the Alaska Storm and Charleston was known as Spitfire, I believe, at the time. Charleston is going to be on offense. TD Drew under center, hands off to Swearingen, who hesitates and fights his way, and they do give him the first down. Nice 10-yard carry there. Gets it out to the Charleston 29-yard line.
Nice hand up there to Keith Swearingen. Once again, you see the holes just opening up there. Fred Dukes and Butch Miller doing a great job there, and then just lowering his shoulder, getting that extra yard or two to gain that first down.
If you're new to the Simulation Football League, you're watching the first controllerless esport, where strategy and AI, instead of thumbs, determines the outcome. Teams submit game plans prior to the simulation, and the results play out live, in real time, with hundreds of viewers turned players, scouts, and coaches, and also team owners on the field to create an all-new kind of virtual reality. Visit simulationfl.net for more information. On first down, TD Drew threw out to the right side, trying to hit Buchanan Simons, as the pass drug him out of bounds, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, led him just a little too far out of the sidelines there to get an incompletion there. They're trying to come back after probably much a heartbreaking loss to the Portland Fleet, who played an absolutely great game last week, leading to them 20-13.
Second 10, handoff to Swearingen. He's able to fight forward. He gets 4. Nice gang tackle made by the Storm.
Swearingen trying to get back on track here. Last game he had 16 carries, but only for 50 yards. So they try to get this running game going here to hopefully open up the passing game to Simons and Ken McCarrow, along with the tight ends Da Vinci and Taylor.
Empty shotgun set for Charleston. Florida's going to bring 4 for pressure. Quick throw by Drew. Out route is caught, but marked short of the first down. Couldn't quite fight for the yards. And it's going to be short for Jay Taylor.
I believe Eric Hammer there on the tackle, the number 9 overall pick. Rookie coming up huge there, stopping him just a yard short of the sticks.
And a quick shout out to RSF1234 watching along at twitch.tv/FTF Next. If you want to watch along with the players and coaches in this game and even some owners of other teams, go ahead and join over there. You can chat with us and watch the game and be a part of our community. Punt returned was brought out to the Florida 31-yard line, 4:13 remaining in this ball game. The quick punt by Charleston, probably not what they wanted to see, given this hot Florida Storm offense, the ball right back.
Now, you definitely don't want to give a clicking offense like Florida's the ball back, especially when you have Cochran being perfect so far in this first quarter, 6 for 6.
Cochran under center, Doyle offset to his left, trips bunch to the right, a handoff to Doyle up the middle, and nothing going. Nice stop made by Jack Brown, the linebacker.
Jack Brown, the 7-season vet there, coming up with the tackle, bringing up 2nd and 10. Well, I said about the running game, they needed to get J.W. Doyle in there. Well, if they're throwing the football, maybe the running game could be abandoned.
Sidecar rights Doyle. Cochran in the shotgun, fires to the left side on a slant route, ran by Optimus Klein, picks up the first down out to the Florida 44-yard line. Gerald, real quick, I wanted to introduce the rest of the Charleston defense. Cornerbacks, Johnny Bravo, Corey Menner. Safeties, Josh Reese, Zachary Bates, Zach Blake. And the nice hot route by Optimus Klein is going to set up and move the chains for Florida. And Ron Cochran's still perfect in this ball game, has really showed up here today early, leading his team down the field. Cochran back to throw, fires left side, out routes caught, and really favoring these quick outs, trying to combat this Charleston defense, Gerald.
Yeah, the quick outs, but they're not getting any pressure on them whatsoever, which if you're Charleston, you have to figure out a way to get more than 3 people on that line to try to pressure Ron Cochran, or he is just going to pick you apart.
Another quick drop by Cochran, dumps it down to Doyle out in the flats, and Doyle's able to get maybe a yard before he's brought down.
That's a tough ask for Doyle there on that wide side there, trying to beat up 6 Charleston Predator defenders there. Not going to be a good, easy task. Bring up a 3rd and 4.
Interesting situation for Florida. Cochran under center. Doyle offset to the right as the lone back. Quick drop, pump fake by Cochran, throws over the middle, caught and completed and brought down at the 37-yard line of Charleston. And it's Vered and Zarkov again.
Zarkov just going right across the corner there. There's a corner route going straight up the middle. Beautiful pass there by Cochran. And as you can see, when they're only rushing 3 and have 2 linebackers and they're dropping 6 back in coverage, that leaving the middle of the field wide open, and Storm are taking advantage of it.
1st and 10 from the Charleston 37-yard line, just under 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Cochran throws short over the middle, caught, and the 7-yard gain for wide receiver Stephen Bush.
See the quarterback comparisons there, 117 in a tub there for Ron Cochran. But like I said, the middle of the field seems to be wide open for these little shallow crosses and slants. Charleston better be making some adjustments here, or this is going to be a long game for the Charleston Predator defense.
Cochran still perfect, 11 for 11. Quick drop back, rolls to the right, throwing off his back foot, finally batted down. The first incompletion here today for Ron Cochran, and a great defensive play made by the Charleston defense.
Charleston defense finally got some pressure on Ron Cochran. There's another time that Cochran didn't complete a pass was when he didn't attempt to pass when he got sacked, but finally got some pressure there, bringing up a third and a short 3.
Florida's been very successful on third down. They converted, and they do convert again. Perfect 100%. And the first down moves them to the Charleston 23-yard line. Stephen Bush again on a crossing route.
Again, that shallow cross is killing the Charleston Predator defense. They're just dropping too many back. They need to start playing some press coverage on the outside and to probably stop the momentum here and give their defensive front a time to get some pressure on Ron Cochran.
Doyle is the single back, Cochran under center. Back to throw, fires over the middle. Bunch of bodies there as everybody was fighting for position, and Optimus Klein is able to come up with the reception, 3 yards.
It was almost like a pick play there, but they kind of got, like you said, all bunched up there, but they still managed to find a way to get the ball there, make a 2nd and 7.
Bunch trips to the left for Cochran. J.W. Doyle's this lone back. Swings out to the left side. It's caught in a big hit delivered by the Charleston's secondary, Zachary Bates. Doyle's a little slow to get up after the big hit.
Yeah, Stephen Bush there had an opportunity to make a big block there and absolutely whiffed on it. Not going to gain a lot more yards.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Florida Storm have the 7-0 lead over the home Charleston Predators. And it was an interesting first half. Charleston, on their first drive, looked like they kind of had some stuff figured out and stalled. And then Florida's offense really has been moving the ball effectively and methodically down the field for them. Start of the second quarter here in Charleston, South Carolina. Ron Cochran under center, changing the play. I am Stephen Hacker, your play-by-play analyst, along with Gerald Giudice, the color commentator, and a first down converted again for Florida as they move the chains down to the Charleston 11-yard line. Unit leaders for this Florida Storm wide receiving core. You got Optimus Klein and Jeff Como, both two guys that have been around the league for a long time, reliable targets for Ron Cochran, and just look at the yards, look at the touchdowns. These guys just coming out every week for Florida and giving them the points that they need.
That's good. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good, Gerald. And it's a short dump off for Gerald for Stephen Bush, and it's a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, as you saw that unit comparison, both of those receivers there, Klein and Como, combined 150 catches for almost 1,500 yards and 10 scores. I mean, you don't have a better duo in the league than that.
Definitely reliable. As J.W. Dole out to the left side tried to push into the end zone, but gets stopped at the 1-yard line and gives Florida another first down, 1st and goal from the 1.
This Florida offense has just been absolutely rolling. I don't see Charleston coming up and stopping them anytime soon. Let's see if they can punch this in with Doyle on the ground.
They may have 3 opportunities to try to do it. J.W. Dole is the lone back. A quick drop back for Cochran. Fires over the middle. Slant routes intercepted, tipped, and Charleston's able to make something happen off of a deflection. And I'm trying to get the number on the player there. Go ahead, Gerald.
Josh Reese coming up there on the tip drill. As you see, Number 42 coming up there, Jack Brown with a humongous pass deflection, having a fall in the hands of Josh Reese, and a big stand there by the Charleston Predator defense.
That could be a huge momentum shift for Charleston, keeping Florida out of the end zone there. They got the touchback, so they're going to get the ball at their own 20-yard line with 9:46 remaining in the second quarter. TD Drew under center, Swearingen the lone back. Deep drop back for Drew, checks down to Swearingen, who spins a couple of times and is able to get 4 yards before he's brought down.
Yeah, that could be a humongous momentum shift there. That's what happens when you're not running the ball good. You're going to try to force the ball in areas, and Cochran just didn't make a mistake there. It was just a great defensive play. But yeah, I like to see them go more on the outside when you're down that close to the end zone.
Drew in the shotgun. Takes a deep shot down the right side. Buchanan Simons was the intended target, but it's going to be picked off. And a huge play made by Andrew Francis, the safety.
Turnabout's fair play, says the Florida Storm defense, as Andrew Francis makes a great leaping catch there. Look at that. There's eyes on the football. Great work there by the camera people, just watching that go right into his hands. As TD Drew is trying to force the ball into double coverage and turns the ball right back over to Florida.
I think that's smart by Florida to kind of have that blanket coverage over there on Buchanan Simons. He's kind of Charleston's big play weapon. He's really earned that title with Charleston over his last couple of seasons. So good job by the Florida defense to recognize where the weapon was and step up and make a play. Cochran's going to get sacked on first down. Another sack for Baker, and Cochran's going to lose 6.
And you saw that they actually went to a 4 down front there instead of the 3 that they played for the majority of the first quarter, and it pays dividends as Baker gets his second sack of the game.
Bunch to the right for Cochran. J.W. Doyle's in the single back. Quick drop back, out routes open, and corralled in for just a couple of yards, maybe 6 yards on the reception by Jeff Como.
Another one of those double crossing routes, trying to get the Charleston Predator secondary there to maybe switch their coverages. But nice pickup to get back to the original line of scrimmage, bring up 3rd and 10.
Same formation for the Storm. Just 2 yards past midfield. Cochran with the deep drop. Fires to the left side. Optimus Klein was open, but a great play made by the cornerback to knock it away at the last second.
Optimus Klein had 2 steps on the defender. Cochran just threw the ball just a little bit to have the defender get his paws on it, to bring up a 4th and 10. And I'll tell you what, here's another great weapon here for the Florida Storm, Marcus Agrippa.
The only punter in the SFL, Marcus Agrippa, corner coffin specialist, definitely looks to pin teams deep and aims to do that here to the right side. Gets a nice friendly Florida bounce, and it's going to get stopped at the Charleston 3-yard line. Marcus Agrippa works his magic again.
That is just a thing of beauty to watch. Just a nice little coffin corner punt. Not trying to hit it in the middle of the field where it can actually bounce out of play. If it bounces, it could go out of bounds. But a great punt there. Another punt inside the 20 for Marcus Agrippa.
This is tough field position, even if you're the home team. Charleston standing on their own goal line. Swearingen's the lone back. They try a stretch play to the right side, and they pick up 6 yards. Nice chunk play for the Charleston Predators.
Try to get him outside there, and guys got 6 yards, got them at least somewhat out of the shadow of their end zone, but they're still deep in their own territory.
Yeah, definitely need to string together a couple of first downs. At least, if you have to punt, you at least make Florida have to earn the point. Drew under center, twins to his right. Another handoff to Swearingen, this time to the left side, and he works his way forward for 5 yards. He sets up a very manageable 3rd and 1.
See Eric Hammer and Ryan Tobin that are on the hit. As you said, brings up a very manageable 3rd and 1. I like to see the ball in Swearingen's hands again. Maybe go on the outside, the far side of the field there. Get some room there, make your 1st down.
Florida's definitely showing that they want them to try to run to the outside. Nobody really in the middle of the field. Drew under center. Swearingen gets the handoff to the left side, breaks it outside, and has room, picks up the 1st down on a 3-yard carry.
Great seal block there by the wideout to have him cut up inside. I thought he was going to go a little bit wide and try to go up the sideline, but saw the opening in the inside, cut it, and got a first down. Big first down here for this Charleston Predator offense, giving the defense a chance to catch a blow on the sidelines.
And that's what you have to do. You know, Drew's been struggling a little bit here today, but if your running back can help shoulder that load and help give him a chance to get in rhythm, it'll really help him out. First down, the pass was intended for Lyric Da Vinci, but falls incomplete. Sets up a 2nd 10.
There might have been a little bit of an interference there by the linebacker, either Josh Knowles or Eric Hammer, one of the two, but falls incomplete and comes up with a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, sometimes you get in there in the congestion in the middle of the field, but refs don't always see the contact. Might have got away with one there. Drew under center, twins again to the right side. Swearingen the lone back, handoff up the gut. Swearingen drags a couple of defenders for 2 yards.
Alex Dominguez there with the tackle, the 8th-season vet, bringing up a 3rd and long situation from inside their own 20. This is where Charleston needs to get first downs here. I'd love to see them try to hit Lyric Da Vinci here on a cross, or maybe Buchanan Simon's deep.
Drew under center, empty backfield, deep drop, rolls to the right, throws over the middle, well covered. Tried to squeeze it into a tight window, but it falls incomplete.
Jay Taylor, the intended target there. Yeah, that deep drop, but they still got pressure on them. And Florida's showing up with some great field position here with the punt here. They're going to play the field position game right now, going back and forth as you see Optimus Climate to get ready to return the punt.
Giving the playmakers some opportunities to get some all-purpose yards. Charleston punter standing on his own 2-yard line. 6 minutes remaining in the 2nd quarter. Good snap. Decent hang time, 4.2 seconds, and Klein is going to get just a couple on the return. Don't go anywhere. Florida's got a 7-0 lead with the ball. We are the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and For the Fans, and we'll be right back. Fort Moultrie Stadium is the setting. Charleston just punted away to Florida, who's got the ball at the 45-yard line. 5:51 remaining in the 2nd quarter. I'm Stephen Hackett, the play-by-play analyst, along with Gerald Giudice, the color analyst, and Ron Cochran completes a pass over the middle for 8 yards. And these teams are fairly even as much as the SFL is in points per game. So it's really going to come down to defense and which team is hot and can string together these points tonight. You see only 4 points difference on a game-to-game basis. And Florida appears to be the hot team here today, and they may be able to seal this one if they continue doing what they're doing. 2nd and 2 from the 47-yard line. Cochran with a quick drop, checks down to Doyle to the right side, and his momentum takes him back a yard. Nice tackle made by Jack Brown.
Jack Brown with his 4th tackle of the day. That play doesn't seem to be working there because Doyle doesn't seem to have the ability of being 6'2", 230 to break some tackles there. But it's a 3rd and 3. And back to the stats on the points per game. It is very misleading, as you can see that back-to-back games for Florida with 30 points.
Cochran under center. Fires it over the middle, caught, and moves the chains one more time down to the Charleston 40-yard line. Barrett and Zarkov's found his little number there, just keeps running little posts, little slants posts, and keeps getting his number called.
Cochran threaded the needle there on that ball. I had no idea how he got it through that through the double coverage, but it got it into the hands safely of Barrett and Zarkov. 1st down.
Cochran back to throw, another pass over the middle, tipped up, off the hands of the linebacker and almost into the hands of the safety. Surprising nobody was able to come up with that one. Myers was the intended target. Another replay, glorious shot at that one. Look at that. Tipped it, bounced it, almost caught it again, and falls harmlessly to the grass.
Charleston playing hot potato there with the football. That could have been another big momentum swing for the defense. Cochran lucky that wasn't another tip drill pick for him, but it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Single back twins to the left side for Cochran. Florida looking to punch it in the end zone after having the interception last time in the red zone. Cochran throws over the middle. Nice catch and reception made by Stephen Bush as he picks up about 7.
Once again, they rushed 3. Actually, they brought the inside linebacker there to rush 4. But once they dropped back with that inside linebacker, that middle of the field was wide open once again. And Stephen Bush makes him pay. 3rd and 1.
3rd down opportunity for J.W. Doyle, and he does convert the 1st down, picks up about 4, drags a couple of defenders on his way. Make sure to get your player position locked and loaded today through our Discord server and the SFL Minor League, the SFLM. There's more opportunities than ever to be a player you've always wanted to be. Join our Discord community through simulationfl.net. The 2nd season of the SFL Minor League starts Friday, October 9th. Contact our Deputy Commissioner, Andrew Rostelli, on Discord for more information. Cochran throws to the left side, tipped up and intercepted by Charleston. He's got room down the sidelines. Nobody's going to catch him. Can he get there? Yes, J.W. Doyle is able to save the play, and Charleston's going to return the interception to the Florida 27-yard line.
Big play there by Josh Reese, his 2nd pick of the half, again on a pick play. Going down the sideline. Thought he was going to go there, but J.W. Doyle coming up there, having the angle. And this is a big drive now for Charleston. They need to put points on the board here. When you're starting at the Florida 27, you'd like the team get 7. 3's a definite, but 7's a must.
2nd interception on the day for Josh Reed. Dangerous weapon for Charleston defense. TD Drew in the shotgun. Square engine sidecar to the right, twins to the right. Drew has to move around in the pocket. The pressure gets there, loses 4 yards on the sack. Good pressure by the Storm defense.
Big over 92 there, coming up with a humongous sack there, making it 2nd and 14. TD Drew's got to throw that ball away somehow, not take that sack.
After the sack, in the same formation, Drew with the play action fake, fires to the left side over the middle, actually, and it's caught by Buchanan Simons on the crossing route.
I don't know how that ball got there. Ryan Davidson with the tackle, but he was hit as he's thrown football. That ball just floated. That could have easily been picked off, but somehow found the hands of Buchanan Simons to bring up a 3rd and 4.
And a big play weapon for this Charleston offense, 16.3 yards per reception, 5 touchdowns, tied for 5th in the SFL. And Drew is getting it going on 3rd down, fires to the left side. Dulake is able to catch the ball and get the 1st down to the Florida 11-yard line.
Good catch there, Ken McCarrow.
Copy.
And we've got a 2-minute warning. Florida still holding on to that 7-0 lead. We are the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans, and we'll be right back.
We're back.
Back in Charleston, South Carolina. The Predators are knocking on the door trying to get their first score of the ball game. 2 minutes remaining in the half. TD Drew under center, hands off to Keith Swearingen, has a hole, stiff arms the defender into the ground on his way into the end zone. A big, powerful run by Keith Swearingen.
Keith Swearingen just not being denied on that 11-yard scamper to pay dirt, bringing this game to 7-6. As you see, Dukes and Menor again just blowing up the offensive line with a big hole. Heck, even being a defensive tackle, I could have ran through that hole, and that makes it 7-6 pending the extra point.
Nice drive put together there by the Charleston offense. Showing some life here, showing some fight against this Storm offense, probably the hottest team in the Simulation Football League right now. 5-play, 38-yard drive capped off by the Swearingen touchdown. Extra points up and good. And Charleston's kicker is Amanda Moyer, 2-season player, 5'8", 175, reliable kicker out there for Charleston. Tie ball game just before the half. And the community poll, Who You Got community poll through Discord, has Florida as the heavy favorite. Who You Got's where our community all pitches in, votes, and picks their winner for the week. And this week, Florida, again, being the hot team, seems like everybody's really favoring them in this matchup. Charleston at home has really put up a fight and keeping it close, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Optimus Klein kneels on that one in the end zone, and that's where Florida's going to take over after the touchback to the 20-yard line. 1:56 with all 3 timeouts and a chance to score before the half. Ron Cochran under center. J.W. Doyle split offset to the left. Quick drop for Cochran, fires an out route to the left side to Optimus Klein, who's got a 3-yard gain before he runs out of bounds.
I'm going to find there 7 catches for 74 yards and that touchdown that they had in the first quarter. Going with back to that Who You Got poll, even though 64%, almost 64% had Florida win this game, Charleston's still a 1-point favorite. I think that's the 3-point swing being at home, but still, Charleston has come to play today.
Yeah, over-under set at 47.5. Need to pick up the pace a little bit if we're going to meet that today. Cochran, another out route to the left side, caught and incomplete, as they said the receiver did not have possession. Oh, I'm sorry, they did receive. He was completed. It was a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd and
2. I like these short little passes to the sidelines here, saving your timeouts. They've had 2 plays and have only taken 7 seconds off the clock. So this is what a 7-year vet will do for you in Ron Cochran.
3rd and short. Takes a deep shot down the right side. A corner route to Optimus Klein was well covered as Johnny Bravo was there to knock it down.
Ooh-ha! Johnny Bravo there with a great defensive play there to force a punt. And that only took 11 seconds off the clock. And you're going to give basically a hot Charleston Predator offense right now, the football back with plenty of time and 3 timeouts. So let's see if Charleston can take the lead here going into the half.
Agrippa on to punt. He's going to have to display his power here, not so much his accuracy. Good hang time, 4.5 seconds. Fielded at the 30-yard line. Maybe the 31, as that's where the returner is going to be marked. Minute 37, Gerald. Do you think Charleston's going to have to throw here? They have the timeouts. Do you think they maybe work it a little bit with Swearingen and try to go for the field goal, or do you think that they go for 6 points?
I'd love to see them do a little play action with Swearingen to try to freeze the linebackers and maybe get some plays over the middle. The whole field's open. Minute 37 with your 3 timeouts. I'd love to see them throw across the middle here.
Drew back to throw, checks down to Swearingen, who crossed the field to the left. Hit in the backfield, loses 1 yard.
John Neville's there coming up with the tackle, the week 7 signee, coming up big there with the loss of tackle for loss, bringing up 2nd and 11.
Charleston not really showing any urgency, letting the clock run. Drew under center, 2 tight ends to his left. Hand off to Swearingen up the middle. Big hit. And he pays the price, gets the 1 yard back, but Neville's hits him big.
Neville's again with a humongous hit on Swearingen. Swearingen's like, get him off of me. What a hit, making it 3rd and 10. I'm surprised Florida's not calling any timeouts here to try to get the ball back.
Yeah, I mean, if they could stop them and then get a punt, they would have time to move down the field. Drew fires over the middle. Nice second effort to get the first down for the Predators, and immediately hops up and calls for the timeout. Jay Taylor,
Jay Taylor, the second season vet there. Big first down conversion there on 3rd and 10. Now they have a chance to go deeper. At 34 seconds, you got to show a little bit more impotence getting to the line and getting those plays called. But I'll tell you what, Charleston has the offensive weapons to do it. Let's see what they do.
Drew alone in the shotgun. Quick drop, looks at his targets, takes a shot to the left side. Macaro is able to corral it and get 7 yards on the out route. Doesn't get out of bounds, and Charleston hurries back to the line of scrimmage. Wanting to save the timeouts where they can. 20 seconds to go. Fires to the right side, and that one's intercepted by Florida. Stepped in front of the curl route, and Florida has a shot before the half.
Adam Jones, the 92nd overall pick from San Jose, just basically read TD Drew's eyes right there. You see, he actually broke on the football better than the wide receiver. So 17 seconds left. I'd just like to see a couple of little handoffs to Doyle, or maybe even take a knee. And looks like this game is going to go in the half, 7-7.
Florida comes out in the shotgun. Doyle sidecar to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Cochran takes the snap. Charleston pressures the left side of the field, and the crossing receiver picks up 7 yards. Florida trying to save a timeout. 7 seconds remaining in the half. Charleston looks like they're holding up the play intentionally. Cochran's going to take a timeout now with 3 seconds left.
Wasting time there. You could have got at least another play. You can't carry the timeouts over. I think that's a rule that's been in place for how long. You need to call that sooner. You had at least another shot downfield. If not the Hail Mary, you could at least got a couple of yards down the field and maybe kick a field goal. As you're probably going to see the Hail Mary coming up here from 47 yards away.
Yeah, it could be a dangerous throw, but it could lead to something huge for Florida going into the half. I like the shot that they're going to take here. They are in the Hail Mary formation. Cochran moves up in the pocket, steps back, and is going to get sacked. I believe that's Dick Baker's 3rd sack of the day.
Yeah, and doing a little time, having a little bit of a brewski there on the field, but that's another big sack for him. And that comes to the end of the half.
That was Joseph Sabolka actually to end the half with the sack. But we head for the tunnel 7-7, Gerald, and been a bit of a defensive game. I honestly was expecting Florida to come out and continue to be hot and put up some points early. And I was thinking that Charleston was going to have to scramble a little bit, but Charleston's defense really found a way to slow down Florida. They got the interception in the red zone, then another one by Josh Reese to turn the field and help lead to the Charleston points. So if Charleston can continue to do that in the second half, they've really got a fighting chance in this ball game.
Definitely, if you were to look at those stats right there, 191 passing yards for Ron Cochran and only 5 rushing yards for the Florida Storm. You'd think that Florida would be up by at least 10 points, but the 3 sacks, the second sack, the third sack really didn't matter much, but the 2 sacks, but the big thing are the turnovers. When you have those true turnovers, especially throwing that one into the end zone, when you're at the 1 yard line, taking points off of the board, that could be the difference in this ball game right now, the way these two teams are playing. So both defenses have been opportunistic. Reese with 2 picks in the first half, both on the tip drill play. So I'd be interested to see how Florida is going to actually move the football here, because I think they're really coming together, the Charleston secondary, with against Cochran. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. I'm looking forward to a slobber knocker as we've had in the first half.
Yeah, it definitely looked like as the first half wore on that Charleston, their secondary, a little bit more comfortable. Their linebackers were helping in coverage, and then they were able to apply some pressure on Cochran, and I think that really disrupted their offensive flow. But offensively, the Predators really got to figure out how to string together the first downs, get into scoring position, and put some heat on Florida, because right now it feels like Florida is just, they're kind of biding their time, waiting to score. And they're methodically moving. I think Charleston, as comfortable as their defense looks, kind of sorting through the puzzle, they have to figure out offensively how to get Florida's defense on their heels a little bit.
I agree. I agree with you. They need to do a little bit more offensively here, but we'll see what happens here on the kickoff.
Moyer had the ball on the tee, ready to get the second half going. Optimus Klein's going to return this one out to the 23-yard line. Charleston's defense, no slouch, has really made a name for themselves over the seasons. In the SFL, points per game, they're 6th, first in passing offense, so that's really going to come in handy here tonight against Florida offense. Rushing, they allowed the 19th most rushing yards per game, but not really a threat from Florida. Florida likes to throw the ball, so really it's in the cards tonight for Charleston. Florida plays right into their strength. Cochran fires to the left side to Doyle, who's going to pick up a yard before he runs out of bounds.
Cochran was 25 of 31 in the first half. They only attempted 2 runs. Definitely a pass first, run second option for Florida. So let's see what happens here on 2nd and 9.
Cochran in the shotgun, trying to use his cadence to draw somebody off sides. Charleston stays true, fires over the middle, nice reception made, gets a 9-yard gain. Optimus Klein.
Optimus Klein there with the tackle. Now, as you saw, they're trying to work the middle of the field earlier in the first quarter, and in the second quarter, that ball was going to be thrown, and they had a couple of yards to run to get that first down. They clamped down on them to bring up a 3rd and 1 here.
Cochran under center, fires Verdon Zarkov on the slant route, and he picks up a first down. Again, that's his bread and butter play for Verdon Zarkov. Has got 3 first downs here tonight just on that play alone.
And you saw Cochran there with the little sidearm action there, changing his arm angle to get that ball to Verdon Zarkov. And like you said, that play has been money for them so far with the first downs, picking him up.
Florida trying to move down the field. Cochran fires to the left side, out route caught by Optimus Klein, dragged out of bounds by 2 Predators defenders.
See Cochran there with the great pass there again to Optimus Klein. Once again, you see no pressure being applied to Ron Cochran. As you saw, once he has pressure applied, the mistakes can happen with the 2 picks. So they need to find a way to get more pressure on Cochran. This is going to be like the same thing in the first quarter, just driving the football down the field.
Need to find a way to get Cochran's jersey dirty, apply that pressure, as that ball is thrown over the middle, tipped, and almost intercepted. Hot potato again, as Minner was there to knock it away.
Corey Minner with reaching out with his long arms there, the Chief, 6'4", 220. Those week 4 signing for this defense. As you see, there's a lot of rookies and 2-season players on this Charleston defense, but they are coming to play and stifle this Florida offense.
Cochran under center, Doyle the single back. A quick drop back, throws over the middle, is targeting. Looked like he was looking for Bush, but Bravo was there in coverage.
Johnny Bravo there and Jack Hoffman coming up big. You see Hoffman just dropping back in coverage. I don't think Ron Cochran saw him. And luckily that pass was just knocked down and not picked off for the third time in the game. 3rd and 10, the Charleston Predator defense needs to come up with a huge play right here.
In the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the right for Cochran. Doyle streaks to the flats. Out routes wide open. Nobody was there. And Stephen Bush was able to secure the target and get the first down.
A little miscommunication there by the secondary leaves Bush wide open. And you can see that 6-season vet just going right by the sticks past the first down marker, giving Cochran a very nice window to throw the ball into. And a nice first down play there, picking up a huge 3rd and 10.
From the Charleston 34-yard line. Under center, back to throw. Throws to the left side. Wobbler as he was hit. And the QB pressure puts Cochran on his butt and a little bit of dirt on that jersey. Speaking of jerseys, Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League, and replica jerseys are out now. Get your name on the back of your team or your fan favorites team's jersey and visit team stores and libraries for purchase options through sector6apparel.com or through our website at simulationfl.net. Just hit the shop button. 2nd and 10 for the Storm. Cochran's going to hand off the Doyle to the right side, who's going to plow forward and pick up 6.
Yeah, another carry there for Doyle, his 3rd of the game. You see, on averaging 2.8 yards a carry. And by the way, it was a smooth segue into that jersey plug. But yeah, this is going to come up here. This is a 3rd and 4. This is going to be big. They're in field goal range here. So if you're Cochran, you don't want to do anything silly here and turn the ball over.
Working on my craft every week, Gerald. 3 wide receivers split out to the left side. Under center is Ron Cochran. Back to throw. Out route underneath, tipped away. And Zachary Bates was the one that got his hands on that one.
Zachary Bates, if he would have kept his hands on that ball, that we still would have been calling his name going down the sideline. There was nobody behind him. But ball falls incomplete and comes up with a field goal here for Ethan Sneed to see if they can put them ahead 10-7.
Sneed's on. It's going to be about a 45-yarder. If it's good. Snap was low. Hold was corralled, and let's see if it affected the kick. It did not. 45 yards is good. Gives Florida a 3-point lead. Florida 10, Charleston 7. And Charleston's going to get the ball back with the chance to try to take the lead in this ball game, but it's Florida is kind of taking control. We are the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans, and we'll be right back. Fort Moultrie Stadium, Florida just took a 10-7 lead against the Charleston Predators. Ball's on the tee for Ethan Sneed. Kick is away. Both these kickers really making these offenses struggle for field position. Dulake is going to be the returner, gets it out to the Charleston 17-yard line.
Definitely kicking the ball deep. Might have been easy to take a knee there, but hindsight's 2020. So they come up the 17-yard line. This is the big drive for the Charleston offense. TD, Drew, Swearingen, McCarroll, Simons, Da Vinci, Taylor, Dukes, Menor. You need to get some points here on the board and put some pressure on that Florida Storm offense.
Drew under center, handoff to Swearingen, trying to find the hole. Very, very patient. He's only able to get 2 out of that one.
Could have been stopped for a loss there. As you see, Alex Dominguez there with a tackle. But that could have been definitely a loss on the play, but Swearingen's legs just kept him driving to getting 2.
Single back, 4 wide receiver spread. Drew under center. Another handoff to Swearingen, this time a little bit bigger hole, and he's able to get it out to the Charleston 23-yard line.
3rd and 4, big play coming up here for this Charleston offense here, as they are 4 for 7 on 3rd down, which isn't too bad. But when you look at Florida being 7 for 10 at 70%, they need to get this first down here, and that's going to be a pressure cooker here.
Drew fires to the right side, out route caught by Buchanan Simons. Bad mark. I challenged the spot. It looked like Buchanan had the first down, but he's going to be marked just short, 4th and inches.
And I thought he was past the line of gain as well. Let's see if they do the challenge flag here. That red flag would be out on the field right now if I was the head coach. But see what happens. They're going to just punt the football away here. I'm surprised.
Maybe you want to try to hold on to their timeouts and challenges. Maybe they felt the ref got that one right. First glance for me, I felt like he had it. We'll see if that one comes back and haunts Charleston later. Punt is away. Fair catch called by Optimus Klein at the Florida 39-yard line. 6:50 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Well, if you're the Charleston coach, and this is pretty much a must-win game if you want to try to get in the playoffs here, you can't leave anything in the tank. You left nearly all your timeouts left before. You just used a challenge there.
Twins wide receivers for the Storm. Cochran moving around in the pocket. He's going to be sacked. A 4-yard loss. Sobolka now with 3 sacks here today. Huge impact made by him on the defensive line.
Yeah, he had a sack right there at the end of the first half. Comes up again here with another sack, bringing up 2nd and 14. This Predator defense has got to be gassed as long as they've been on the field, but they're coming and playing hard.
Cochran takes the shotgun snap, fires it to the right side, caught for a 7-yard gain. Stephen Bush.
They need these quick hitting plays, or I think that's the key for them to move down the field, not trying to gain those 20, 25-yard chunks of yards on one pass play here. They seem to get in trouble when they do that along with the tip drill. So these quick short hitters, the 5 and 7 yard quick hitters, are basically what's going to help them drive down the football down the field, I believe.
Cochran under center, fires over the middle to Veridin Zarkov, the trusty man to move the chains for Florida, and he does it again.
That inside slant to Veridin Zarkov is absolute money. That's great, having a tight end like that as your safety valve, almost similar to a Jason Witten or Jay Novacek for the Cowboys. Makes a big help there. First down, Florida.
Cochran takes the snap, moves around in the pocket, fires over the middle, and this one's going to be caught. Jack Brown stepped in front of that one and was able to come up with the interception for the Predators defense.
Another turnover for this Charleston Predator defense, and I'll tell you what, they have come here. Great game plan there. You saw in the first quarter where they just drove the ball down the field that you thought this was going to be a rout, but I'll tell you what, the adjustment by the Charleston defensive coordinator has proven dividends for this ball club.
Keeping this game tight, Charleston really fighting for their playoff hopes to stay alive. TD Drew back to throw, fires post route down the middle, off the hands of his receiver, Lyric Da Vinci. Good coverage by the Florida Storm to knock it down. And a correction, it wasn't Jack Brown on the interception. It was Zach Lay from Charleston who turned the ball over. And make sure you download CrowdPlay, our new partner for 2020, and play the game about the game this Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Follow the action and answer questions for a chance to win a share of the $1,000 prize pool. You can start racking up points with answers to this question. Denver won their Week 6 matchup. Who did they defeat? The correct answer is Arizona. Remember to answer Arizona Monday night to add 25 points to your score. And the second down play by Charleston was stopped there by Ryan Tobin.
Reading the comments there. Yes, I did mention the Cowboys. Name another tight end other than Jason Witten and Jay Novacek that are more dependable on third downs.
That's right, and a big play by Ryan Davidson as he steps up, makes a dependable play for the Florida Storm defense. Returns this one out to midfield and gives Florida the ball right back.
Another costly turnover in this ball game. Ryan Davidson there with a little bit of a push, but comes down with the interception and switches the field momentum once again.
And Florida, the hottest team in the SFL right now. Can they keep up the momentum? Can they keep up the heat? Find out after this short commercial break. We are the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. We'll be right back. Charleston, South Carolina. Florida just got the ball back off of an interception by Ryan Davidson. Ron Cochran's under center at the 50-yard line. Fires to the right side of J.W. Doyle on a swing pass, and Doyle gets 3 yards before he's pushed out of bounds.
As you see the quarterback comparison right there, 73 yards only for T.D. Drew, but 3 interceptions, which are costly. I mean, Cochran has 3 as well, but at least he has the touchdown and 250-plus yards.
Hand off to Doyle up the middle, and he's going to pick up 3 yards before Hoffman is able to help drag him down.
3rd and 4. If you're this Charleston Predator defense, you are looking for big number 81, Verdon Zarkov. You might want to double team him here. This is where he has been killing you on this third downs as they're 8 for 11, 72.7% for the game.
Trips bunch to the right for Cochran. Quick drop back, slants thrown, pressure was in his face. Effective throw as Joseph Sabolka got a pressure. That's probably about the 5th time he's hit Ron Cochran here tonight, and big advantageous play for Charleston there.
Big play there by the defense to force the punt, but where is Marcus Agrippa going to pin you here? The way he's going, I think he's going to pin him about the 5 or 6 yard line the way he's going this season.
Charleston's going to get the ball back, but can TD Drew figure out the offensive woes? Great punt by Agrippa, bounces out of bounds at the 5 yard lines. Gerald, you nailed it right on the head, 5 yard line. Fantastic job on color right there.
I've had done a couple of Florida's games, and it's just a pleasure to watch because when you see other punters just putting it in the center of the field and just trying to pin him like at the 1 or the 2 yard line, have it go in the end zone. 15 yards is a big swing here, especially in a close game like this. So another great punt by Marcus Agrippa.
Second time today Charleston's been this close to their own end zone. Swearingen gets the toad on first down, breaks a couple of tackles as he gets 6 yards.
Yeah, it makes a difference when you're at the 20. You only need to go what 45 yards as compared to 60. So yeah, it makes a huge difference. But Swearinger comes up with a big first down carry for 6 yards.
Probably going to see Swearingen here again. Under center, TD Drew drops back, pump fakes, fires deep down the left side. Caught, broken tackle. 2 men to beat, but they're both safeties, and Jay Taylor's a tight end. Can he get that extra burst? He breaks the tackle and is brought down finally at the Florida 13-yard line. Huge 70-yard reception for Jay Taylor.
And that's the way to take the top off the defense. Throw it to the tight end, send the tight end deep. As you see Eric Hammer just getting burnt deep. Luckily, we got some fast safeties there in Ryan Tobin and Andrew Francis to track down the big guy. But a humongous pass play there, almost doubling his yards on one throw, and it puts Charleston in good field position.
Charleston really needed that. Struggling offensively, defense keeping them in this ball game. Points here would really help Charleston's defense keep the pressure on Florida. Drew gets the snap in the shotgun, rolls to the right side, fires back at the end zone, tipped away, targeting Lyric Da Vinci, and well covered by the Florida Storm defense.
Yeah, Lyric Da Vinci was the only red shirt back there in a sea of white. If you're TD Drew, you know you have 3 interceptions coming into this drive. You need to take care of the football. You're almost assured 3 points to tie this ball game up. Don't turn the ball over, young man, and you'll be fine.
Drew under center, twin receivers to the left side. Quick drop back, throws over the middle, caught by Lyric Da Vinci, lowers his shoulder and picks up the first down, moves the chains, gets Charleston down to the 1-yard line. Really nice spot. Clock's still running, 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
A great drive here, 94 yards for this offense, but you have to gain the last one. We saw this once before on a first and goal that turned into a pick. I love to see a corner route here to either Da Vinci or Taylor.
Swearingen's going to get the carry, and they're going to give him, say he lost the yard, but really it's a hair of a loss, if anything. John Neville steps up in the gap to make the play.
Neville comes up to make the stop here. If you're going to run Swearingen, run him to the wide side of the field. Make the defense stretch out here.
5 defensive linemen for the Storm. Swearingen offset to the right. Drew back to throw. Fires over the middle. Tipped and knocked away. Eric Hammer was there in coverage. Lyric Da Vinci was the intended target.
That was the exact same play that Josh Reese got his first interception on, that tip drill that was swatted away by the middle linebacker, bringing up a third and goal. You need to throw it to your big guy. Joe Lyric Da Vinci on a corner route, Jay Taylor on a corner route in the back corner, just so if that ball gets thrown away, you can still get your points.
Those tight ends are paired up to the left side. Drew under center, Swearingen the lone back. Buchanan Simons at the bottom of your screen. Swearingen gets the toe, powers his way in, and he gets 6 points.
Big drive there. 95-yard drive for Charleston. Swearingen coming up big through the middle of the line. As you can see here, what tackle just got hit right at the line of scrimmage, but still was able to bust his way through. I just saw a great tackle there, a great block there by Fred Dukes to tackle, and Butch Menor getting him wide open to give Charleston the lead.
And great toughness shown there by Charleston. They got the big play, and they were able to capitalize on it, getting down to the 13-yard line, bruising, powering their way into the end zone. And again, this is what Charleston needs. They need to put the points up and really put the pressure on Florida, because Charleston's defense has showed up here tonight. They're ready for the challenge. And so, Charleston's offense just got to do everything they can to keep them in the ball game. So, playing right into their hands right now for Charleston as Amanda Moyer makes the extra point. So 4-point ball game now for Charleston, 14-10. Minute 22 remaining in the third quarter, so still the whole fourth quarter to go. Florida's going to get the ball back and a really good shot to take the lead back. But, since their first couple of possessions, Gerald, Florida's really kind of struggled. Charleston's defense has really gotten comfortable and figured out the routes that Florida's going to run. And it's really starting from these two guys on the Charleston defense, Jack Brown and Josh Reese. On the season, 111 tackles for free safety Josh Reese. He's got 1 tackle for a loss, 5 interceptions, but he's got 2 here today. And Jack Brown in the front 7, the linebacker, got 102 tackles, really just shoring up the front 7 for Charleston, gobbling up anything that Florida might be trying to do on the ground. Cochran back to throw, fires over the middle, pass is caught for a 9-yard gain. Cochran's really taking control of this ball game, Gerald. I mean, just showing that he's able to move the ball. He's just got to protect the ball a little bit better. You know, the Charleston's they're moving around, but he's got to take the sure thing, because if he is, you know, they're moving the ball very, very effectively.
Yes, if they didn't have those 3 touchdowns, like I said, that 1 touchdown could, the 1 interception could easily have resulted in their point sure they could have the lead right now, even though Charleston scored that last touchdown.
So really got to clean that up for Florida. 3rd and manageable here after basically a run for no gain. Jack Brown on the tackle. Florida's been very, very successful on 3rd down, hanging around about 66% on the day. 15 total first downs for this offense. Looking to get one here. Cochran back to throw. Fires to the right side as Doyle's got enough for the first down on the reception. Gets pushed out of bounds after about a 5-yard reception.
That was a great play call. As you saw, everybody bunched in the middle of the field. Usually there's 4 or 5 red shirts there when Doyle's been having that sideline pass. But this time there was nobody there. He's able to turn his shoulders upfield and get the first down. Going back to the 2 defenders, Jack Brown and Josh Reese, they're having a great, great game today. Definitely the leaders of this defense on the Charleston Predators.
Cochran under center from the 37-yard line. Clock is running. He snaps it before the end of the 3rd. Doyle with a nice carry. His best carry of the day, gets 9 yards out to the Florida 47. And we're at the end of the quarter. We're heading into the 4th. Get your 4s up in the chat. Charleston with a 14-10 lead. And we are the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. We'll be right back. For Moultrie Stadium, the setting here is Charleston protecting their home field. Got the 14-10 lead. I'm Stephen Hacker, the play-by-play commentary, along with Gerald Giudice, the color analysis. We also have Ike McBride and Zach Holdorf out in the stats truck, making us sound a lot smarter than we really are, keeping up with every play, every yard gain. Thanks, guys. Ron Cochran on 2nd, inches hands off to Doyle, who finishes off what he started, gets the first down. Jack Brown there to make the tackle. Get a look at the playoff standings, and the top 11 teams are going to be in, and you can see there it's a tight race. Fort Worth at 13 at 4-6. There's a handful of teams hanging around at 4-6 trying to fight to get into the playoffs. So these games matter, and Florida looks to close this one out, try to get a win here to solidify their shot in the playoffs. Charleston just keeping their hopes alive. Cochran throws over the middle for a 6-yard gain before he's dropped down by Jack Hoffman. Barrett and Zarkov, the receiver.
Yeah, as you saw that the standings there, a lot of teams at 4-6, a lot of teams at 5-5, trying to get like in those bottom wild card playoff games. And I'll tell you what, I do not envy Cam having to do those tiebreakers.
Yeah, tiebreakers all figured out by our commissioner and producer Cameron Irvine, and this time, you know, twice a season he's got to figure out these playoff tiebreakers, and nobody envies his job there. But on 2nd down, the pass is incomplete, sets up a 3rd and 4. And Gerald, you can catch the SFL live every July through October and every January through April over the weekends and Monday nights on 11 Sports, For the Fans, and the SFL's YouTube and Twitch channel. Follow at Simulationfl on Twitter to always get the most up-to-date broadcast dates, times, and matchups so you don't miss a moment of the action. On 3rd and 4, Doyle gets a carry for 1 yard before he's dropped by Jack Hoffman.
Just like Jack Hoffman didn't miss that tackle, I do not miss the SFL on any one of our 3 platforms there. But a big stop there by the Charleston defense here. Gets the ball back in their hands, and maybe they can run some clock down here.
Yeah, we have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all major social media platforms. We're there at Simulationfl. Make sure you give us a follow and a like and subscribe, all that good stuff, so you don't miss anything. We're always churning out content. Always got a game on, playoffs. We're a year-round operation. We love what we do, and we're always putting something out. Punt stopped there. It's at the Charleston 11-yard line. So Charleston, again, really negative field position, hoping to turn something up out of it. Scored on a 95-yard drive last time. Let's see if they can punch this one in. TD Drew back to throw, checks down to Swearingen to the left side. Swearingen spins upfield, gets 3 yards before he's brought down.
Evan Carroll there with the tackle. Yeah, the punt, Marcus Agrippa, I think that was his 3rd punt inside the 20 of the football game. Last time he did, they actually drove the 95 yards for the score. As you see, not a great QBR there for TD Drew here, but their team has their football team has the football and the lead.
Drew quick drop fires over the middle, and good defensive pressure by John Nevels, the linebacker, to knock it away.
If you're going to throw deep on this Florida Storm secondary, you definitely want to do it outside the numbers there to give yourself a little bit of a leeway here in case you get overthrown or short. That ball won't get picked off. Across the middle of the field and amongst 6 or 7 shirts, not a good idea by TD Drew.
3rd and 7. This is a big one for Charleston. Try to eat some of this clock off if they can convert the first down. Hand off to Swearingen, and that's not going to do it. They lose a yard. Tried to catch Florida sleeping and a quick draw play to Swearingen, but it goes nowhere.
Adam Jones coming up there with his 4th tackle of the game, bringing up a 4th down and a punting situation here. And let's see if they can put some pressure on this punt here, maybe get a block, but they should have good field position coming into this drive.
And if you want some more of that SFL content, you can always check out our Discord community, which has our podcast, articles, and highlights about the league, its teams, and its players. And if you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Simulationfl and visit our website at simulationfl.net for more news, features, and information, you can find everything that you're needing there on when we're going to be on, post previous game scores, previous season stats, historical stats, all that good stuff is on our website and in our Discord. 1st and 10 for Ron Cochran from the Charleston 47-yard line. 8:24 remaining in the 4th quarter. Over under 47.5, Gerald, and we're just at a 10-14 game. J.W. Doyle gets a carry, gets 6 yards on first down.
Yeah, I think if you had the under here, you're going to be going to the pay window. But let's see what Florida can do here. A nice run there by J.W. Doyle to make it 2nd and 4. I think this is the drive that Florida needs to put in the end zone. You started on the positive side of the field. You need to get points on this drive.
Yeah, their offense really needs to wake up. And Doyle might be the one to do it. Gets a nice carry on 2nd and 4. Picks up about 8 yards before he's corralled.
Deontay Stovall there, the center, got absolutely ran over, but that might have been a blessing there as you see the hole open up there. J.W. Doyle coming through here. Now up to 4 yards per carry. Coming up on a big first down again for the Florida Storm.
17 total first downs gained now for the Storm offense. Doyle's offset to the right for Cochran in the Storm offense. 2 wide receivers to the right also. Thrown over the middle, intercepted by Charleston defense. And just what they needed at the right time, Zachary Bates steps in front of the ball and gives Charleston the ball back.
And what a reach from behind him is back there trying to get that football. big turnover for the Charleston Predator defense.
Can Charleston turn the turnover into points? Find out after this quick break. We're the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans.
We're back.
The Predators at Fort Moultrie Stadium off the interception have the ball at the Charleston 24-yard line, looking to protect this lead. Handoff to Swearingen, right side, powers his way forward. Should have lost a yard, but ends up getting 2.
Should have lost a yard. Should have lost 2 or 3. But what power running there just to get back to the line of scrimmage and gain a yard, bringing up 2nd and 9. If you're the Charleston Predator offense, you need to take care of the football here, whether you get a first down or not, right off the clock, and keep possession of the football.
Drew under center. Swearingen stays alone back. Power to the left side. Couldn't quite secure the block, but Swearingen able to make something happen with it. Sets up a 3rd and 2. Our upcoming calendar, you see Carolina at Vancouver, Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Sioux Falls at Arizona, also on 11 Sports and for the fans, Sunday at 4 p.m. Jacksonville at Fort Worth, Sunday at 6. And then our crowd play game of the week, Denver at Las Vegas. Vice Wars, Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you download the crowd play app and get your chance at the $1,000 prize pool as TD Drew takes the sack on 3rd down. Tomaello able to get the sack and keep Florida in this ball game.
Tomaello comes up with a huge sack, just basically a power move, just beats the tackle there to the quarterback. You see, and great smart play there by TD Drew not to try to throw the ball in harm's way. Take the sack, you're 4th and 10, have your punter try to hit them back further inside their own end of the field here.
Charleston's defense really done a great job keeping them in this ball game. Going to need a really good punt here to lengthen the field for the Florida offense. Really gotten stagnant here as the game has worn on, but they're dangerous. They have a bunch of weapons, and Doyle looks like he's getting going. If they can just figure out how to move the chains and feed Doyle, keep the chains moving for them, they could end up getting points here. So Charleston's defense needs to clamp down, keep the pressure on Florida, and hopefully commit a turnover or force them to punt.
Yep, Cochran, they need to go back to those quick slants, those quick 5, 6, 7 yard slants or ends, just to get some momentum here going here, because their offense has been second, as you said.
And continuing to they're really wanting to target the middle of the field, and it looks like Charleston's really bunching up in the middle there. A flag down on this play, as offensive line was the intended target, may be a defensive pass interference. Looks like the pressure got there before the ball did.
Yep, as you see there, got a little bit of a pass interference call there on Jack Brown. One of the few mistakes he's made today, brings up a new first set of downs for Florida here, and they need to put points here. I think they really need to score the touchdown here on this drive. I don't think there's enough time in the game to get a field goal and then get the ball back and kick another one.
Yeah, I think 6 points is the target here. Definitely don't want to try to settle for the field goal. At midfield, Cochran back to throw. Fires an out route to the right side off the hands of the intended target, the backup tight end. Not able to corral that one. 2nd and 10.
Did you see this? The Charleston secondary and the linebackers have basically adjusted to the Florida Storm offense, now basically keeping people in the middle of the field where they were getting torched at the beginning of this game. And ever since then, Cochran has been struggling.
He really has. Let's see if they can open up another layer to their offense. Trips bunch to the right side for Cochran. Out route and jumped. The route was jumped by the safety, and he was able to come down and knock it down.
The chief, Corey Menner, said, "Hey, Josh has 2 picks. Zachary has one. Zach has one. I want to get one. I want to get in this thing." And I'll tell you what, like you said, he jumped that route perfectly. Absolutely read the eyes of Ron Cochran there, and brings up a 3rd and 10 in midfield. This is a big play here now right here for the Florida Storm. They need to get the first down and gain some momentum.
Really, that third down percentage number for Florida has steadily been going down. Started at 75. Now we're down to about 64%. A third and long, not doing anything to help your averages. 4 wide receiver spread for Cochran. Slant route thrown and intercepted. And the cornerback's going to have room. One guy to beat, J.W. Doyle. Another touchdown saving play by J.W. Doyle. And Corey Minner, I believe, was Zachary Bates, the safety, comes down and makes this the interception.
Another pick there by the defensive. 5 interceptions on the day for Ron Cochran. I believe Ron Cochran thought Stephen Bush was going to break outside, and Bush broke inside, and that just makes the interception that much easier for Zachary Bates. And now Charleston can really put this game away here with a touchdown.
RSF1234 in the chat asks how many turnovers has happened in this game. I have 8, according to our statisticians, Zach Holdorf and Ike McBride. Thanks, guys. Doing a great job keeping up with this game. We've moved on. And Swearingen gets the carry on first down, picks up 6 yards.
That's what they need to do now. Just keep the ball on. I think you're going to see a healthy dose of Keith Swearingen here. Run the football. You're in field goal range here. Just keep the ball in the gut of Keith Swearingen. Don't try to put it in harm's way, and you can put this game almost out of reach.
Swearingen working, moving up the field. Big gain and a touchdown for Keith Swearingen.
That just might be your ball game, as Swearingen just busts through the center of the line. Again, shout out to that front line of Fred Duke, 6'5", 330, Butch Menner, 6'3", 310, just opening up holes at first, and then Keith Swearingen does the rest as he just buries his shoulder down there with power running, making it a 20-10 ball game. Swearingen now 96 yards on 21 carries.
You got a great look on at number 76, Butch Menner, securing his block, allowing Swearingen to find his way into the end zone. Had a lineman there running with him. And just momentum is purely on Charleston's side right now. It's been a slow burn, but it's picked up here in the second half. And Amanda Moyer's extra point is up and good, 21-10 now for Charleston. We are the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans, and we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. Ball is on the tee for Amanda Moyer and Charleston Predators. Got hot in the second half as this game is worn on. Took the lead over the Florida Storm. Florida really struggling to answer. Great kick by Moyer, and Klein's just going to kneel on this one for a touchback.
Yep, now the Florida offense needs to do some work, especially Ron Cochran. After going 6 for 6 for 79 yards on that opening drive, 30 of 47 for 185 yards and 5 interceptions. You need to get the ball down the field quick here. You're down at least 2 scores.
And the shotgun. J.W. Doyle sidecar to the right, 2 wide receivers to the left. Doyle fires to Doyle, and he's got the reception, 8-yard gain as he's pushed out of bounds by Jack Hoffman.
If you were to look at the stats of this game, then you'd see that 9 of 15 for Florida on third down, 60%, 19 first downs, has 26 more plays than the Charleston offense. You'd think that Florida would be ahead in this ball game, but the 5 interceptions has wreaked havoc on that theory.
And it's really felt like the timing of some of those interceptions too. The one interception as Florida was threatening to score point really took momentum away. Stephen Bush corrals the reception and gets the first down, moves the chains for Florida, and they're in the hurry up offense. And then it's just a couple of those other turnovers, where it led to the touchdown for Charleston. It just felt like the timing of some of those turnovers really led to the momentum shift in Charleston's favor. Verdon's call on first down was able to get the post route for a first down.
I agree. Some of those turnovers were costly, but if you want to think of a big momentum play there, I would think it would be the 95-yard drive by Charleston after Agrippa pinned them down to the 5. That humongous pass play, the 76-yarder to Jay Taylor. I think that broke this game wide open for Charleston.
Absolutely. And just, the Storm offense, Ron Cochran and offense line and Jeff Como just really haven't had an answer. They're kind of making it work, but Charleston's defense just steps in at the right time, kind of baits Florida into making some plays. And, they're capitalizing on those plays. Doyle gets a reception, a swing pass to the left side, loses a yard. And Florida's going to stay in this hurry-up offense. No play-action fake, out route to the left side, caught by Optimus Klein. And they said that he stepped just short of the first down marker, going to be a 4th and inches at the Charleston 46-yard line. E.J. Minson was the wide receiver on the reception.
E.J. Minson, the second season vet, you got to go past the first down sticks. You can't go behind them. GC91 going, what are you doing with his hands behind his head, picking up a 4th and inches here. I'd love to see them go with Doyle here just to protect the football here. Let's see what they do on a 4th and a must make.
They might try to draw him off sides, but I think you have to snap the ball either way here. Great choice by Florida to snap the ball. Thrown over the middle and incomplete. Targeting Optimus Klein. I like the play call. Just falls incomplete. Great coverage by Josh Reese.
Josh Reese comes up there. I don't know if that was a catch or not, but the ball falls to the ground. Great play there. And they turn the ball over on downs. I'm not sure if the running play would not have been better right there. But either way, Charleston has the football back. You're going to see a healthy dose of Swearingen here to run the clock down.
And you see the upcoming schedule for Charleston. The last game of the season for them is going to be Jacksonville. And the numbers, the strength of victory for Charleston's 500, and the strength of schedule is 542. So a tough game next week, and that win could be a huge thing for Charleston and their playoff seeding.
Hey, if you think about it, as you see the upcoming game for Florida, it doesn't get any easier as you're playing the 8-2 Louisiana Revolution here. This could be a game where they might be playing for their playoff lives.
Absolutely. And a loss this week, just only hurts your hurts your strength of victory, hurts your overall win percentage, and a win next week against Louisiana could definitely save Florida's playoff hopes. But a win here today would definitely do a lot to secure and cement their place in the playoff. Drew and the Predators offense looking to eat up as much clock as they can. Hand off to Swearingen. He picks up about 6 yards before he's brought down, moves the chains, keeps the clock running.
hard to say who the player of the game would be for Charleston, as you see Swearingen now with over 100 yards on the ground and 3 touchdowns, but their defense has played fantastically. I mean, you have Reese with 2 picks, you have Bates with 2 picks, you have Hoffman with 14 tackles and a tackle for loss, Jack Brown with 11 tackles and a pass deflection. I mean, it's been a team effort for Charleston in this game against Florida, and they needed it.
Yeah, and Joseph Bolka's got 3 sacks. I mean, the front 7 doesn't get a whole lot of favor, but I'll tell you what, 3 sacks, I'll take that in any game, because that kind of QB pressure is paramount in creating success for your defense. Making him get off rhythm, throw some stuff that he wouldn't normally throw. It leads to a lot. It helps your defense get those turnovers. Swearingen still working, gets 8 yards there on first down, gets down to the Florida 34-yard line, approaching the 2-minute mark. Charleston does not have to snap the ball here. We'll see if they do. Drew's lined up in the shotgun 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning. And we are going to hit the 2-minute warning. Charleston with a 21-10 lead. All timeouts. We'll see the conclusion of this game after the break. We're the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans.
And
2 minutes remaining in this ball game. Charleston with the ball and the lead, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Florida with 3 timeouts, wanting to keep this game in front of them. And Alex Dominguez makes a play in the backfield, bottles up Swearingen immediately.
Alex Dominguez coming up huge.
And our Week 11 headlines, see bunched up, is the 4-6, 5-5, and 6-4 teams all battling it out this week. Momentum is 4-6. Fort Worth is 4-6, fresh off an upset against Louisiana, and they host the Jacksonville Kings in a Sunday clash. Baltimore can clinch the postseason for the fifth straight season with the win. And a bunch of action, all these games meaning a lot leading into the playoff picture. On third down, Swearingen gets the carry to the right side and back to the line of scrimmage, maybe loses the yard.
4th down, just come out here. If you're going to try a field goal here, it'd be a 50-plus yarder. It would really be the dagger right there. And as you see on the Monday night, I'm looking forward to the crowd play game on Monday night. Denver versus Las Vegas, the Vice Wars. That's always a fun game to watch and be a part of.
Always a fun game. Always interesting to see what kind of uniform sets they're going to drop on that week. Always a fun one. And Moyer almost blocked. Good snap, good hold, plenty of leg. 52 yards is good for the Predators. They now take a 14-point lead, 24-10, and hardly any time remaining left for Florida, Gerald.
Yeah, this definitely has been a second half of all being the momentum being in this red jersey there of Charleston, coming out here with 17 points here in the second half. Really uncontested by Florida. And a great win here, right? Well, I should say a great lead right now here for Charleston. The win's not secured just yet.
And St. Louis, continuing on our headlines, St. Louis at 5-5 is going to face, with the number 4 defense, is going to face off against Houston's number 3 offense Monday night. So right before the crowd play game of the week, you've got St. Louis facing off with Houston. And then Vice Wars game number 7, Vegas at 4-6 tries to save their season with when rival and top seed Denver at 9-1 visit. Lots of action, great games. Really looking forward to really all of these matchups and how it dictates the playoff picture. Doyle able to get a 4-yard reception out to the left side, down to the Florida 25-yard line. Clock did stop as he was pushed out of bounds.
I think for Florida going into your next game against Louisiana, you have to get better run to pass ratio here. You're being much more predictable here on offense. 62 pass attempts. You need to run the ball a little bit more.
Cochran to the left side is caught. Got the first down, moves the chains. They're at the 31-yard line. Time is a factor, and they're wanting to save the timeout, so they run a no-huddle offense. Cochran, a quick drop, checks down to Doyle on the flats on the left side, gets 2 yards before he trots out of bounds.
Yeah, this hurry-up offense for Florida, I think they're just getting some reps in here. They're not really throwing the ball deep downfield like they should be here. With a $126 left, you need to go down for the kill. You might be gun shy on Cochran with 5 picks, but you need to get the ball past 10 yards on the field here. You need to throw the ball deep.
Clock is not your friend if you're the Florida Storm right now. Cochran in the shotgun. Doyle stays into pass block. Fires over the middle for a 9-yard gain. Stephen Bush the target. And Florida's going to continue to go with the hurry up in the shotgun. 4 down linemen for the Predators. Bringing pressure as Cochran throws the same route, complete to Stephen Bush, gets about 8 yards on that one. Hurry up offense continues for the Storm. A minute to go in this fourth quarter, down 14. Florida needs to answer. Bush needs to get set up. There they go. Cochran back to throw. Looks over the middle. Bush, another target. 3 in a row. He's on fire. Picks up 11 on that reception and is going to get tackled. And Florida continues to go with the hurry up. Maybe look to go outside, try to get out of bounds. 40 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Cochran assessing the defense, takes the snap. Charleston brings pressure from the secondary as Cochran throws underneath again. Stephen Bush now 4 straight receptions, only gets 5 on that one. 30 seconds and counting. Cochran in the shotgun. 3 down linemen for the Predators. They rush 4. Cochran over the middle. Bush again, 5 in a row. Gets the first down to the Charleston 23-yard line. 17 seconds. Florida's not going to use their last timeout. Charleston slow to get set up. Cochran a little irritated with the defensive back there. 9 seconds to go. Cochran throws. Bush intercepted. Charleston here's the ball game with 5 seconds left, and Johnny Bravo gets involved in the action.
Johnny Bravo comes up with a pick. 4 of the 5 defensive backs have come up with interceptions in this game as Cochran throws his 6th interception. Pretty much par for the course here, right at the 20-yard line. Sets up a kneel down and victory formation for the Charleston Predators.
1 snap will do it. And there it is, TD Drew. Oh, and Florida's going to make Drew get his knee pads a little dirty, maybe wear him out a little bit, make him kneel on it twice.
I think they should have used that on their last drive there. Kind of got set up a little bit more, but great game by this Charleston Predators defense, with the Florida coming in and scoring 30 points back-to-back games, holding them to 10 points, 3 in the second half.
Drew kneels on this one. No more timeouts for Florida. That's going to run off the clock. Fantastic ball game. Florida came in, on a 3-game winning streak, looked hot early, thought they were going to take control of this ball game, and then Charleston, late in the first quarter, their defense started clicking. They started figuring things out. They found a way to protect TD Drew, Gerald. It was give Swearingen the ball and just be patient, keep taking the shots. Buchanan Simons with a really, really quiet day for Charleston, but Jay Taylor came up huge, over 100 yards receiving, and then Swearingen just finishing off the drives for him. Just Charleston, a great defensive performance here today, Gerald.
Yes, as you saw, Florida there, 369 yards through the air, over 400 yards of total offense to 275 for the Charleston Predators. Time of possession battle, of course, goes to Florida. 24 minutes of time of possession, 93 plays to 59, 26 first downs for Florida to compare to 9 for Charleston. If you heard those stats and say that would be an easy win for Florida, but not so fast. 6 interceptions from Ron Cochran. And the Florida offense, after that first drive where he went 6 for 6, they were held to just 3 points. Great defensive coordinator work there by the Charleston defense to shut down the Florida passing game. So not shutting down the passing game, but coming up with big plays when they needed to.
Yeah, key momentum changes at the right time. Charleston getting in position at the right time. So I think the big focal point of this ball game. Gerald, let's take a shot at player of the game before we get the graphic. Who would your player of the game be?
I think you just saw the last touchdown run right there. Keith Swearingen, 26 carries for $114 and 3 scores, while Petey Drew was unspectacular, 11 for 24, but a big chunk of his yards came on that one pass play to Jay Taylor. But you have to give it to Swearingen. 3 touchdowns, basically put the game on his back in the second half.
You know, I want to just go counter to that. I'm going to pick one of these defensive guys, and I want to go with Josh Reed. I think the guy's been balling out, and he just had a great performance here today. And let's take a look at the player of the game. Keith Swearingen, you called it, Gerald, 25 carries, 107 yards, 3 touchdowns, 13 receiving yards. And that's going to do it for us here in Charleston, South Carolina, where the Predators just got the win. We're the Simulation Football League. I'm Stephen Hacker. He's Gerald Giudice. Out in the stats truck was Ike McBride and Zach Holdorf. Pressing the buttons for the producer, Cameron Irvine. You guys have a great week and stay tuned to more SFL action.